Have you ever wondered who calls the shots in America? It's the question that keeps conspiracy theorists up at night and fuels countless political dramas. We look to the Oval Office, to that single figurehead, the President of the United States. They're the ones signing the bills, issuing the orders, right? But is it really that simple? Or is there something more, something hidden beneath the surface of American democracy? The truth, as always, is far more complicated. While the president certainly holds immense power, some argue that true control lies elsewhere. This isn't about lizard people or secret societies, though those are fun to think about. Instead, it's about the complex interplay of money, influence, and institutions that shape the very fabric of American society. On one hand, we have those who believe in the president's ultimate authority. They point to the Constitution, to the checks and balances designed to prevent any one person or group from seizing absolute power. On the other hand, there are those who see a different reality, one where corporate interests, lobbyists, and special interest groups hold sway, their agendas whispered into the ears of those in power. It's a debate as old as the nation itself. Who truly governs? The elected representatives of the people or the unseen forces working behind closed doors? Throughout history, we've seen examples of both. Think back to the era of the robber barons, when men like Rockefeller and Carnegie amassed unimaginable wealth and influence, their empires shaping government policy and public life. Fast forward to the present day, and we see the rise of megacorporations, their tentacles reaching into every aspect of our lives. From the food we eat to the news we consume, these entities wield significant power, their bottom line often dictating the course of action. Add to this the influence of lobbyists, those paid advocates who navigate the halls of Congress, whispering in the ears of lawmakers, pushing for legislation that benefits their clients, often at the expense of the public good. The story of America is, in many ways, the story of this ongoing struggle for power. From the Boston Tea Party to the Occupy Wall Street movement, citizens have long challenged the influence of elite groups, demanding a government that truly represents the will of the people. The truth, however, is rarely black and white. While shadowy cabals and backroom deals certainly exist, it's too simplistic to suggest that a single group or individual controls everything. The reality is far more nuanced, a complex web of competing interests, ideologies, and agendas. To understand who truly runs America, we must look beyond the surface, to the intricate machinery of government, to the flow of money and information, and to the voices that shape public opinion. The invisible hand of influence. Let's be clear. The influence of corporations and special interest groups is undeniable. They donate heavily to political campaigns, funding the very candidates who will later make decisions affecting their industries. They employ armies of lobbyists, skilled in the art of persuasion, who work tirelessly to sway lawmakers in their favor, and they often control the narrative, shaping public opinion through media outlets and advertising campaigns, ensuring that their interests are presented in a favorable light. This is not to say that all lobbying or corporate influence is inherently bad. Many organizations and businesses advocate for important causes, pushing for policies that benefit society as a whole. However, the potential for corruption and undue influence is undeniable. When money equals access and influence, it creates an uneven playing field, where the voices of ordinary citizens can be drowned out by the roar of powerful interests. The president's prerogative. So where does this leave the president? Despite the influence of these external forces, the president still holds significant power. They are the commander-in-chief of the armed forces responsible for the security of the nation. They appoint Supreme Court justices, shaping the interpretation of the Constitution for generations to come. They set the national agenda, using the bully pulpit to influence public opinion and drive policy debates. The president's power, however, is not absolute. They are constrained by Congress, who hold the power of the purse and can approve or reject presidential initiatives. They are accountable to the courts, who can strike down executive orders and laws deemed unconstitutional. And they are ultimately answerable to the American people, who have the power to vote them out of office. Unveiling the truth, or not. So who really runs America? It's a question with no easy answers. The truth lies somewhere in the complex interplay of these competing forces. It's about the president's agenda vying for attention amidst a chorus of lobbyists, the will of the people clashing with the desires of corporations, and the constant struggle to find a balance between individual liberty and the common good. Ultimately, the answer may not lie in identifying a single puppet master, but in recognizing the multitude of strings being pulled, the unseen hands shaping the destiny of a nation. It's a conversation that requires nuance, critical thinking, and a healthy dose of skepticism. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the forces that shape our world.